So I'm about to head out because I gotta go to school, but before I do, I just want to recommend this book. I just finished this yesterday, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. It's based on award-winning research and it's a really, really interesting read. I highly recommend that you check it out if you're at all interested in bettering yourself and just kind of improving the way that you think about things. Okay, time to go to school. I gotta finish that. Working on a video for that painting and I really have been putting it off. I'll try to finish that tonight. So today is my first official day of classes. I've got one class, Mark 485. I'm starting my marketing major today, so it's my first Mark class. Pretty sweet. So last year I lived just down the street from the school. This year I live quite a bit further away, probably about 8 subway or metro stops. And you know, it's good, I'm saving a bit of money, I'm living with a friend, and it's a pretty sweet place. But on the other side of things, I have a much longer commute now. And while it's nice out, like biking or walking are good options, but in the winter, I'm gonna have to see how I can deal with that. Not a huge fan of taking the metro, but you know, that's probably what I'll end up doing. It is kind of nice to have this time to like think and reflect on the way to work. Like either to listen to music and just have a good time, or to not listen to music and walk or bike and just kind of like run things through your mind. It's good thinking time. I haven't bought any textbooks yet, so I'm gonna go check the bookstore. Not optimistic about how busy it's gonna be. There's a line to even get into the bookstore. Not today. That's gotta be one of the best cafes in Montreal, hands down. Okay, I've got to go into, they don't have Wi-Fi though, so I've got to go into the school, use the Wi-Fi, download my readings for this class, which I haven't done yet, read them, and then go to class. 1 hour. Much later in the day now, but class went well. If you're a marketing major at Jmsb and you care about learning it all, take Marketing 485 with Michelle Collin. She's like the best teacher I've ever had, except maybe Tim Field. She really emphasizes like the philosophy and like the understanding the entire picture of marketing and business overall, as well as, you know, the concepts in marketing. So that's a nice, it's refreshing to see that. So I'm happy to have her. I'm really excited for what this semester is going to be like. And I met some super awesome people in the class, so that's always good. Then I went to the interview and it actually went super well. Really hoping for that position. Really hoping for that position. I should hear by next week at some point. But you never know. If I don't get that, I can always use the time for something else.
Like business is a part of it.
That place, Canadara, always has the longest line. Is there anything you want to say to the vlog, Cadence? Take me away, take me down. So I'm on my way home now from hanging out with my friends back there, and I was talking this morning about how I love the ride to school or to work because it gives you time to think. 2 thoughts kind of came to me. Primarily that my whole attitude towards school recently has completely changed. I mean, university school. I've always been somebody who really believes in education, like especially educating yourself. One of my earliest videos is thoughts on creating your own education, and I truly believe that. I think that like as a person, as a student, as an individual, you have a responsibility for shaping your own education. But what's really changed about that recently, and the thought that I just started developing on this ride home, is that not only do you have the ability to shape your own education, but if you're a person who's in university or college, you have every responsibility to yourself. It's more you towards the school than it is the school towards you to shape your own education. So you have the responsibility to take as much out of it as you can. And it's something that I think you kind of brush this off as like conventional knowledge, because all your teachers say it, like, this is what you make of it, like, you'll get out of this class what you put into it. So it kind of goes in one year, out the other. And what they really mean by that is that if you're educating yourself, you want to build the education that you want to have. You want to learn the things that will pertain to your life and that interest you. And just because you're in a program, like I'm in a Bachelor of Commerce, doesn't mean that I have to only learn what is given in the curriculum. I have the responsibilities for myself and to my students around me and my teachers and everything to bring my own take to it and learn the factors of it and really take in the factors of it that are most important to me and that will build the best education for myself. So I like riding home. Whenever I bike home, almost every single time I take a different route than I've done before, just because like going somewhere new, seeing some other part of the city, not only do you get to know your community a lot better, I get to know my community a lot better, but it just shifts things up for your mind. Oh, and my other major thought that I had on my ride is that it's always important to change up your own schedule, not because you will meet new people, you'll experience new things, but also because if you meet new people, that means that you're introducing change into their cycle as well. So by benefiting yourself, you're also increasing the likelihood that somebody else will have a good, new, changed experience. It benefits everybody for people to start changing up their own schedules and trying new things. I got my book. Awesome. I ordered this book like last week on Friday or Thursday or something. It's supposed to be a good one. I'm not trying to get too philosophical with those like thoughts while I'm on my bike. It's just like those are the things that come into my head. Especially since like recently I've been thinking a lot about like conventional wisdom and like why conventional wisdom is conventional. And you know, as you think more about it and as you go through your life, these conventional wisdoms, like you get what you put in, like that kind of statement, those kind of things, there's more and more truth to them. You find more and more truth in your own life that reinforce the conventional truth, and that's I think why they continue to last with conventional truths. Just something I think about often because there's such a big part of like how the school system works and how you're raised and stuff. It's just stuff you hear all the time. So yeah, anyway, time to do some reading.